Hello friends, this is Madhuri from National Skills Network, which is popularly known as NSN. And today I would like to share with you a few important organizations and institutions that are into promoting skill-backed entrepreneurship. So when I say skill-backed entrepreneurship, it means that there is a potential in each one of us. If we are equipped with a skill or few skills, we can set up our own business, we can become job creators, and we can also contribute to the GDP of the country as it has been happening through the MSME sectors and others, so on. So this is a right opportunity also for us to think of job creation because the post COVID-19 situation has brought new challenges and each one of us is trying to address it in the same way, particularly in the context of local job creation, like the message from the Prime Minister of India about going vocal for local, um, empowering the local entrepreneurs, the youth, to start new businesses and sustain the local economy and contribute towards the self-reliance, which is also known as being Atmanirbhar, which is to do with basically the concept of self-reliance. So let me go ahead and share a few important points which forms the backdrop of this presentation. And I will also take you through five important institutions which are contributing in a big way to small entrepreneurs, rural entrepreneurs, small and medium entrepreneurs through training, education, consultancy, and other forms of support. So I would like to get started by giving you the context for this presentation. Like I was saying, this is about a skill-backed entrepreneurship, which is about converting your talent, skills, knowledge into a business that can help you sustain and also create jobs and help in economic development in various regions. So what are these five institutions? Before we go ahead with that, let's look at the larger context. Mostly in India, when we talk about entrepreneurship, it is perceived as something formal, urban, where there is a proper startup setup, where there is, funding and people are getting supported and there is an incubation center, a formal incubation center. Yeah, this happens, but it is not everywhere that this happens. It is mostly limited to very organized forms of entrepreneurship in few industries, particularly in IT industry and a few other industries. It may also be in agriculture, manufacturing, and so on. But India is still largely MSME based, and also it is very informal in terms of its economic identity, where cluster based entrepreneurs, self-employed people create a lot of job opportunities and they are contributing a lot to economic development, in fact to exports also, as we are aware. And there is a huge potential among the rural youth to convert them into entrepreneurs, not just give them skills and knowledge to seek jobs. They can actually become job creators. But all these needs a lot of training, education, proper skilling, upskilling, and reskilling, so that they come up with innovative solutions. They come up with solutions that are sustainable and profitable. So it is not that easy. And as we know, India is at a very nascent stage in terms of promoting entrepreneurship through school curriculum and through various other initiatives like Startup India, Make in India, Digital India, and so on. Of course, there is a lot of support from the government and other agencies, but are people aware of what is available? So with that intention, let's go ahead and see what can be done. So to come back to my idea of skill-backed entrepreneurship, I would like to show you these examples. And this is not something which is very rare or something which we don't see. We see around ourselves a lot of small entrepreneurs who create products out of their skills, knowledge, and talent. Like it could be something like a craft here that you see, which is handmade, and then they try to support their families and create jobs for few people. So I don't have to go deeper and give you examples. The moment you go onto the internet and browse, I'm sure you'll find thousands and thousands of entrepreneurs like that in India. who are creating jobs, who are creating products, services that support a whole lot of people. And also they are able to run it successfully and also grow into big businesses. So I just thought I will show you these examples. These are from Ministry of Rural Development. So this is one side of entrepreneurship which currently needs a lot of push, focus, and support. Now, the other side of entrepreneurship is like self-employment and small entrepreneurs who might perhaps start after a short-term skill-based program. This is another side of entrepreneurship. Let's say somebody wants to start baking or create handicrafts or become a mechanic and service vehicles or create take up tailoring and create apparels, garments, or get into beauty sector, so offer beauty services. And these are some of the traditional ways in which people have taken over to entrepreneurship. In some ways, it is not by choice, it is also by force, because this is the only way they could sustain themselves, help their families, start businesses, and perhaps grow a little. But if you go back and see, most of them have not been able to grow that much. Even if they have provided jobs, created jobs, it has been in a small number. So they are in a very big need today for a lot of support and all that. And at the same time, there are also entrepreneurs who come from IT background, who come from programming and software coding background. They also become entrepreneurs, create small applications and mobile apps. They also need the kind of support that I'm talking about. Now, with the post-COVID-19, there are new opportunities that are coming up in entrepreneurship. As we are aware, healthcare and sanitation is one of the most important areas where we are talking about huge opportunities for people who can offer healthcare support activities for rehabilitation, for various other things related to healthcare, sanitation, which is very important, which has become an important part of our lives. So that also creates a lot of entrepreneurship opportunities. If somebody can offer any solution or any service in this, then logistics and e-commerce has become a part of the system which is evolving post-COVID, where a lot of business is getting generated and also has a lot of entrepreneurship opportunities, both in urban and rural areas. Then, of course, digital marketing is another area where many opportunities are coming up. And another important thing is the sudden online learning, which has picked up because the education programs and schooling and college curriculum and all this has to continue. And people are now coming up with new solutions to popular big brands of platforms and others. And edtech industry, where e-learning content and online learning content. So these are some important opportunities which can be converted into small entrepreneurship opportunities as well, provided people are properly educated about this, told about this. The problem in India is that most of us are not even aware of where to find support. That's the reason I thought in this presentation I will share a few important institutions where perhaps you can find support, talk to people, understand how things work. Another area which is coming up is remote working, which is happening, work from home and all that. In such a scenario, also perhaps some support system is needed for people, because the entire structure of the way we work, the way we shop, the way we carry out our day-to-day activities is changing. So there is a huge opportunity here. One has to just explore and tap. Now, how do we catalyze entrepreneurship is a very big question. Like I was saying in the beginning itself, that we are not talking about very organized kind of entrepreneurship, where you come from a highly educated background and you have a lot of support system in place and you are able to take the plunge. Here we are talking about entrepreneurship which is coming from very local sources, which could be rural India, which could be at the district level, where many things are happening at present. But perhaps we need to do much more there to make it more organized and have a system, evolve a system in the due course of time, which supports them and gradually helps them to really fulfill the need or the dream for being vocal for local, and contribute towards self-reliant economy, and make it strong from the grassroots up. So in this context, I feel there are few points that need our focus, our attention. One of them is training and education. If you go back and check various local enterprises and small rural enterprises, most of them have been surviving. I would not say thriving, but maybe they are surviving because of a certain setup that they have, organized a network of people who connect them with the markets, and mostly in an informal way. Not all of them are formally connected to a larger system which helps them in growing, or which helps them in connecting with funding, support, and many other things. Another important area is incubation support for such entrepreneurs. This is definitely needed if we are talking about making rural and local entrepreneurship a success in India. Then grants and funding opportunities, how do we connect them with this? How do we connect them with markets, not only local Indian markets, but also international markets, because most of the Indian local crafts, Indian local products, etc., have a huge export potential as well. Again, this is something that is happening in many enterprises, but this has to grow, it has to scale up, and it has to scale up at a very fast pace. So these are some of the areas, and in addition, the opportunities for them to network. Since today we are talking about social distancing, we are not in a position to gather together physically and meet and so on. So what could be many online networking opportunities for such entrepreneurs? How do we help them learn from each other and form communities? Because there is also something known as community based entrepreneurship. So these are some areas which can be helped through proper training and education. So that's the reason I thought these five institutions, can be of great help to everyone who's interested to explore more in this area. The first and most important is NISBUD, that is National Institute of Entrepreneurship and Small Business Development, which actually comes under Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. So you can see a direct connect here, because the ministry itself is talking about connecting skills and entrepreneurship. So you can visit this website and learn more about their training programs, their support activities, and so on. The second important institution is from NIRDPR, that is to do with rural development, from the Ministry of Rural Development. The Rural Self-Employment and Training Institutes, which operate in the area of helping rural people to learn, understand various aspects of self-employment and perhaps entrepreneurship as well. So this is another important organization that can be, browsed and contacted. And the next one, as we know, is Indian MSME sector, which creates a lot of jobs, which contributes to GDP and exports. This is a sector which is actually supported by a lot of institutions which fall under MSME ministry, and also which come under various, these are institutions which are operating from various states and districts. So this is another important area. And in fact, they also have an entrepreneurship and skill development program if you browse their website. The fourth important one is Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India, which is again catering to a lot of entrepreneurs who would want to get started, young people who want to get started, improve their family business, or explore social entrepreneurship. So this is another institution which can be visited. And the fifth and important one again is NIMSME, which is known as NIMSME, which is based out of Hyderabad. This is another national level institution which supports micro, small, and medium enterprises. So these are some of the institutions that actually help many entrepreneurs in connecting with the larger system which provides training and education and many other programs. Now, let me give you a quick, I will take you through these websites quickly just to show you what is available on their website. So let's look at the first one, which is the NISBIRD website. As you come here, you can see a lot of information which is talking about how they are connecting skills with entrepreneurship and also helping people who have completed short-term training program like PMKVY to explore entrepreneurship. You can see the training details here because currently most of the training has been put up in online mode. You can see the training programs which are available on the NISBIRD website. So this is one of the websites which I think you should spend time on. And the other one here is NISBIRD itself offers an entrepreneurship development program, which is an e-learning module, as you can see here. You can log in and check how this works. And is it going to, support you in the kind of education or in the kind of knowledge that you want to acquire. See, like you see, I have just logged in and the e-learning program starts. So perhaps this is another important resource for you. The next one, as I was saying, was this MSME institutes, MSME development institutes, which were formerly known as SISIs, that is to do with small scale industries. And these institutes are spread across various states in India, and we have 30 of them, as you can see. Their website URLs is also given, so please come to this website and check these resources. And the next one, which is coming under the Rural Self-Employment Training Institute, which is run by MORD, Ministry of Rural Development. This could be helpful for many people who are thinking of self-employment, and perhaps from there you can move on to becoming an entrepreneur. So this is one more important website that you can visit. And here comes NIMSME, that is National Institute for Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. So as soon as you come to this website, you can see the courses they are offering online and offline, both for small entrepreneurs like assistant fashion designer, baking technician, domestic data entry operator, accounts executive, VFX editor. So these are all very recent kind of courses which have a huge entrepreneurship opportunity. Web developer, Linux administrator, software developer. So you see, these training programs are definitely going to help our young people. So please share this information with others as well. And when you come to this website of NIMSME, a lot of information is again available about what are the programs they have for individuals, for professionals, and for MSMEs. So there is support which is offered for MSME marketing. As you can see, there is a huge lot of information here which you can spend time on and check how it works. Now the next one is Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India. So this is also an important institute which is offering many programs at the postgraduate diploma level for people who are interested in becoming entrepreneurs. They also have specialized courses in social entrepreneurship and running family businesses. So you see, these are the 5 institutes which I thought, you must spend time on and understand what is happening in case you want to take a plunge into entrepreneurship and try it out, or you want to support rural entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs who can take up a lot of activities at the local level and promote whatever they are doing. Now coming back to the websites which I was telling you about, let's quickly go back and check. So what we have seen so far is various national level institutes which are committed to helping entrepreneurs in various ways, right from training, education, skill development, upskilling, and connecting them with the larger ecosystem, finances, marketing linkages, and so on. So I would request you to go back and browse each and every website that I have just shown you and spend time, learn, and contact them, because I'm sure they will help you out. And with this, I think I would like to now close my presentation. I have given you good enough information to get ahead, to go ahead and realize your dreams in case you want to become an entrepreneur, or help people, in your friend circle or your colleagues or whoever you feel like helping and motivating them. With this, I would say again a big thank you for watching all our presentations and subscribing to our YouTube channel, making us a part of your network and being a part of our network. Do visit our website and follow us on social media channel. Uh, and let us know what you have been thinking about our presentations. Did it help you in some way? Or you need more information? We would be really happy to help you, in many ways. So this is Madhuri again signing off for today. I hope this was a useful presentation. Come back to our website. As I was saying again, visit our YouTube channel. If you have subscribed, I'm sure you will be getting a lot of updates. So hit the bell icon, be a part of us and help us sustain, grow, and do share this video if you found it useful in your among your friends and whoever would be interested in skill-backed entrepreneurship. Thanks a lot. I look forward to talk to you again.